Hey guys, good afternoon and welcome to Your Stocks. I'm Pavitra. We've had a lot of queries that have come through. We're going to get to all of those in just a bit. But first up, a look at the markets. It's definitely a day when we are seeing, a red-looking screen. So 80 points down on the Nifty. We're currently at 19,580. You have the banks which have come under severe pressure, and that seems to have been the trend throughout the day. So for now, the Nifty Bank is down 380 points. We're seeing that pressure continue. IT is another pocket where we're seeing a lot of pressure come. But the good news is that the broader market is holding up relatively better. So the mid-cap index is up almost 100 points. Small caps not doing as well, but they are still doing better than what we're seeing in terms of the frontline action. So that is the shape of the market. We're going to talk lots more about this. But first up, let me welcome our guest on the show now. Sacchitanand Uttekar joins us from Tradebulls, as well as Astha Jain from HEM Securities. Sacchitanand, Astha, thank you both so much for joining us and taking out the time for this show. We have a lot of queries that have come through, but Sacchitanand, first up, if I can just come to you on the, on the trade that we are seeing today, around 70 points lower. We're below that 19,600 mark. How do you think the rest of the day is likely to pan out and, for the next few trading sessions as well?
Good afternoon, Pavitra, and thank you for having me on the show. Clearly, I think Nifty has been, trending lower, and throughout the day we have already seen it, comfortably trending up below its 5-day exponential moving average, which is currently placed somewhere close to around 19,670. So until unless we don't see a reversal above this particular level, there cannot be any shift in momentum. But on the contrary, even if you look at the supports here, it's 20-week and 20-day exponential moving average is placed somewhere close to around 19,510. So we are expecting that post that particular swing near to that swing support of 19,510, Nifty could see one more leg on the upside. So right now, I think it is better to avoid any fresh short positions here and wait for a reversal to trigger in. The buyer decline strategy still continues, and we are expecting that this phase of consolidation could be extended in the coming week as well. Overall, the expectation is that the Nifty could oscillate within 19,500 on the lower side, and on the higher side, we don't see it crossing 19,900 immediately.
Okay, got that. Thanks for taking us through that quick technical check. Let's get to all of our queries now. The first one is Shashank Bharadwaj, who writes in from Pune. He says he has 30 shares of Cipla bought at 400. That's a very attractive price. Cipla is nearly 3 times that price right now. He also has 10 shares of Dr. Reddy's at 4,000. He's a long-term investor and wants to know whether he should hold or sell. Should he book his profits and get out, or should he continue to stay in this space? Not surprising at all that we're getting queries on the pharma pack today. Astha, let me come to you on this one. Cipla, Dr. Reddy's both had a solid show in terms of their Q1 earnings. From here on, how much of an upside do you see for these companies?
Hi, Pavitra. Good afternoon. So first of all, talking about Cipla, I think it has a potential to show more upside momentum from here. Maybe 1270 or 1300 is the sort of the price target which we can attribute to the stock. So I recommend hold on the stock with the potential price target of rupees 1300. So now the reason behind the positivity on this stock is the strong product launches. First of all, the strong set of numbers they have posted, and I think North American market is really working great for these pharmaceutical companies. The same is the case with the Dr. Reddy's, because here also we have seen they have shown strong performance from their North American markets in the wake of new product launches, as well as their formulation business is also doing good. So both these pharma stocks have posted strong set of number. In fact, Dr. Reddy's is looking so strong to me that I am recommending buy on the dips also. So for Cipla, and I should say the other pharma stock which I find good in this space is Dr. Reddy. So for Cipla, it is a hold for the price target of 1300. But if someone is interested in buying any other stock, then Dr. Reddy's is also looking good. And here the price target can be 5800.
All right, so looks like, they've got their selection bang on. They bought it at very attractive prices as well. Sacchitanand, coming to you on this one, we saw a 10% move on Cipla yesterday. Do you also agree with Asa that this is a good one to hold on to?
Definitely, Pavitra. In fact, the entire pharma space is still looking strong. If you look at Nifty Pharma Index as well, we are expecting another 12 to 15% upside. Both the stocks are trending well. There's a clear-cut, very good higher top higher bottom sequence which has been, witnessed in the last few months. And the recovery that Cipla saw above its recent monthly swing high levels, I think that particular swing displays the confidence in this particular price movement. We're expecting this particular momentum to really continue forward. 1270 is the intermediate target that we are looking at. But positionally, if you look at the monthly charts and the V pattern formation, the entire structure and the pattern is indicating a target somewhere close to around 1390, 1400. So from a long-term perspective, it still fits in well. Any opportunity on the downside should be utilized to accumulate this particular stock further. The trailing stop loss, probably what he can do is placed at around 1050 and still accumulate Cipla. A very similar call on Dr. Reddy's as well. We are expecting an eventual price movement towards 6150 going forward. And even here, we are advising our clients to build in long positions. I think you can keep a trailing stop loss somewhere close to around 50 to 80, and even Dr. Reddy's can be accumulated for further upside.
Okay, got that. So both of our guests agreeing that these are good stocks to hold on to. Congratulations on all the money made, but there is possibly lots more to go, so you can continue to hold on to these investments. But the pharma queries don't stop. We have more coming in. Mr. Balakrishnan is on the line from Bengaluru with us, and he has a query on Ipka Labs. Mr. Balakrishnan, thanks for joining us and calling us. But take us through your query. Both of our guests are on the line as well, and they can help you out.
Hi, good afternoon. So I have a query regarding Ipka Labs. So I bought this Ipka Labs last November 2022 at a price of 890. So total quantity have 900 quantities. So I just want to know whether is it good to hold for long term for at least 1 year.
Okay, you're willing to hold for only a period of 1 year?
Yeah, I mean if I want to see good profit, should I hold for more time, or is it good time to make the profit at least?
All right, let's ask both of our guests that. Astha, what is your view on Ipka Labs? Because I can understand, ever since he bought it, he is losing a little bit of money on this one. Would you recommend he hold on to this one and keep the faith? He's saying 1 year, but I think, if you do believe that there is a significant profit to be made, he is willing to hold on a little bit longer. That's the sense I get. What would you recommend on this one?
So since he has waited for so long, what I believe that this Ipka stock has a potential for showing some sort of upside, but not much. So my price target for Ipka at present moment is around 940 or so. So what I advise him that at around 940 odd levels, he can book the profit. And if he wants presently also, he can make entry into Dr. Reddy's, because this stock we have discussed recently, and I think this stock is looking really very good. So I think 5800 sort of price target can be attributed to Dr. Reddy at the present level. So I think this will pay for his patience rather than Ipka itself. Now, why I'm positive about Ipka also, because we have seen they are working very strongly in the branded generic markets, because 52% of the sales is coming from this segment. Apart from this, their API segments as well as generic exports are also expected to perform better in the coming future. But all these are expectations. We really need to see them in the results, and that's why this wait can be a long also. But here, since he has waited for so long, so initially he can wait only till the price target of 940, and if he wants to go for other stock, then I recommend Dr. Reddy also. So a buy is recommended on this stock as well, with the price target of, as said earlier, 5800 at the initial levels.
Okay, got that. Astha, since we are talking about, the pharma space, any of the mid-cap pharma, I know you said that, DRL could probably be a good replacement for this one, but any of the mid-cap pharma companies that you think are looking attractive now?
So right now, I'm not very much interested in the mid-cap pharma, because right now I cannot take my eyes off from the Cipla or Dr. Reddy's of the world due to their good and strong performances. So right now, even I'm liking both of them, as we have discussed earlier also. So right now, I think my preference is on the Dr. Reddy as well as Cipla, rather than going for any mid-cap pharma.
Okay, Sacchitanand, I want your call as well on this. A, do you think that any of the mid-cap, pharma companies are looking attractive? And then also, on this query itself, on Ipka Lab, do you think it makes sense to, hold on for, say, a 1 year kind of perspective?
First of all, Ipka, I think, if you look at the entire structure, the stock was underperforming. If you look at the weekly chart, it said, the stock was oscillating lower within a falling channel kind of a formation. the resistance at around 800 was very evident, and this time, during this particular week, the way it has broken out about this particular resistance, then probably there is some near-term hope. We are expecting that the level of around 950 could be an ideal zone wherein the stock can be reviewed. And the way this particular breakout has shaped up, it has been confidently trending above its 200 weekly exponential moving average. Then probably he can add on to his position here. The stop loss from here on is very much clear, until unless the stock doesn't again swing back below 770. There's a good strong possibility that this particular momentum rally could continue, going forward in the coming weeks as well. So I think it's better to accumulate this particular counter, keeping a stop loss at 770 since he's been holding on to this particular counter for almost a year now. So there's a good potential target which is available, and the stop loss is also well placed. So I would stick to Ipka Labs, buying on decline strategy with a 770 stop loss.
Okay, Mr. Balakrishna, I hope that helps you. That is both the technical as well as fundamental perspective on your investments into Ipka Lab. So I hope that helps. The next query coming in is from Neha Sood. She writes in from Maharashtra and says that she has 10 shares of Vesuvius India bought at 1700. So very good price there as well. Vesuvius is currently almost at 3400. And she also has 150 shares of NALCO, which she bought at 85. It's at around 95 if I'm not wrong right now. Yeah, that's NALCO on your screens. She says that she's a medium-term investor and wants to know whether she should hold or sell both of these investments. Sacchitanand, your call on this one. Of course, we saw a big jump on Vesuvius yesterday because of results. But how is this looking to you, from a medium-term kind of perspective?
It has hit a very extreme overbought zone when we look at the weekly and the monthly chart structure. So definitely, I would not recommend any fresh long positions here. But probably, the trend and the strength has been very, confident. We have still not seen any signs of divergence in strength. But probably, it's a good idea to take some profits off the table. Keeping a trailing stop loss at around 3030 from here on, I think that will be a good idea. And she can continue to ride on the momentum.
Okay, and what about NALCO? She bought that at 85. Would you recommend holding on to this one?
NALCO certainly, this particular stock has recently broken out from its multi-year consolidation. So definitely, the base that has been elevated now is placed somewhere close to 90. So, even on a declines, I think this particular stock can be accumulated. We're expecting a pattern target of around 110 to be witnessed in less than 6 months from here on. So keeping a stop loss somewhere close to around 85, the stock can be accumulated.
Okay, can be accumulated even at current levels. Astha, coming to you first on Vesuvius, we saw the earnings reaction yesterday. It's a big jump. And I think specifically the margin is what the street really likes. It's coming at a multi-quarter high around 17%. How much of an upside do you think there is left in Vesuvius? I'm talking about only from, say, a medium-term kind of perspective.
So what happened, actually the results the price movement have already discounted the very strong set of numbers. So sometimes it has been seen that, the prices may take breather, but I'm very much hopeful that it will again start showing some sort of upside momentum. Why? Because fundamentals are very good. This Vesuvius India is into the refractories, and refractories are kind of, heat resistant materials. So they are very much used in the metal industry, and metal industry is really looking very strong to us. Apart from the recent news flow that their board have approved around 87 or 88 crore of capex for setting this monolithic refractory plant at Visakhapatnam is also, the street is very much liking that, because this monolithic refractory is something, I'm not very much deep into it, but it is something related to plastics, etc. So again, this is what the industry is liking the most, as well as you have seen the very strong set of numbers from the company also. So all these things are signaling that upside momentum is still intact for this company, maybe because we have seen a sharp price rise. So maybe it will take some breather, but I think 3680 to 3700 is the ultimate price target, which can be attributed to this stock. So if he can wait for some more time, then I think Vesuvius India is definitely a hold from my side. price target can be set at around 3680 to 3700 level, and maybe the time horizon can be 2 to 3 months before we'll see the next set of numbers for the next quarterly earnings I'm talking about. So now talking about NALCO is also looking very strong to me. So we are recommending hold on this with a price target of 99 to 110. If I talk about this stock, why this is looking strong, because I mean they have started commission one of their plant at Uttekar D block, and in fact whatever EBIT margins they have posted in the past that were very strong. So we are expecting this company to continue its upside momentum in the margins, because we have seen the price rise in the alumina. So, and apart from that, falling cost price to this company in the form of petcoke and coal is can also work in the favor of company. So we are expecting strong set of numbers going ahead also from NALCO, and that's why I'm recommending hold. 99 to 110 can be set as the initial price target for this company.
Okay, hold on both of those stocks then, that is NALCO as well as Vesuvius for now. But with that, we do need to take a short break. Astha, Sacchitanand, I request you to please stay on. We'll be back in just 2 minutes to get back to all of our queries. Welcome back. You're still tuned into Your Stocks, and we're addressing all of the queries that you have sent in to us with our experts. We still have Sacchitanand and Astha with us to really help you with all of your individual queries. And the next one comes in from Ankit, who's written in from New Delhi. He says he has 800 shares of NOSIL as well as 150 shares of Indian Hotels. He says that these shares were actually transferred to him after his father's demise, so he doesn't know the average price of these shares, but he wants to know the future prospects of both of these stocks, that's NOSIL as well as Indian Hotels. Let's get to it straight then. Astha, coming to you first, take us through your thoughts on Indian Hotels. You know, we had the management with us this morning as well. They're sounding very optimistic as far as the new hotel opening plan is also concerned, looking to add a very strong pipeline of rooms. Do you think that this is a good stock to hold?
Yes, it is. Apart from this, even I want to add something more. We are expecting this demand to be intact going ahead also due to this upcoming Men's ODI World Cup. Then we have this G20 summit, and international tourist arrival is also increasing. So all these points are heading towards increase in the demand that will be really helping Indian Hotel going ahead also in posting strong financials. In fact, in this quarterly results earning which they have posted recently, they have shown strong rise in their average room rate at around 11% Y on Y, and their occupancies have also increased to around 77% it was. So I mean we are really expecting this company to perform better in coming future, and that's why I maintain hold on this with the price target of 440 at the initial level. Now talking about the NOSIL, although we don't know the cost price, but I think he can exit from this. Now why I'm not very much positive on this, because first of all it is into the Indian Indian rubber and chemical market, and where we are expecting the prices to be rubber prices to remain under pressure going ahead. In fact, we have seen this Chinese import also coming into, so I mean that can also create some sort of pressure on the prices, and there are some sort of delay also in their new products. So I think all these new products commercialization, so all these things are not signaling very much optimism about the company, and that's why I recommend either exit or exit is a better choice rather than holding. So I would recommend him to exit from NOSIL, but Indian Hotel, yes, he can hold with the price target of 440.
All right, got it. We're also getting a lot of, earnings coming through right now. Indian Oil's numbers are flashing on your screen. So on the revenue front, seems bang in line. Net profit is a little bit better than what was expected at 13,750 crores. So this is looking better. But the, key disappointment has come through on the margins, because that is coming at $8.34 a barrel. The poll that we had was close to $9.2 a barrel. So there's definitely a miss coming through there. The stock, like you can see, is selling off now after that GRM number did come through. Like I pointed out, it's better than estimated on the net profit front. Revenue is absolutely in line, but the margin seems to have, definitely missed estimates. Astha, I don't know if you can, see the numbers, but on the basis of what I just, read out on Indian Oil, how do you look at these numbers?
So on the basis of, highly volatile macro environment, I think we are seeing some sort of pressures on the margins. And there are one more point that they have a high debt. level also. So I think that will also, is not working favor on this company. So prima facie, if the margins are not up to the mark, then I think we really need to rethink about holding the stock. But since it is a prima facie number, so we really need to check in detail. But I think there can be a cause due to this highly volatile macro environment. We are seeing the margins under pressure. But I think looking after details, we can have some sort of view on this stock.
Okay, got that. Yeah, these are just very initial numbers. We will have to take a closer look. By the way, M&M Financial's numbers were also flashing. The stock has seen a sudden drop. It's down 3.6% right now. The net profit figure is the only one that I managed to catch for M&M Financial, and that seems to have missed the estimates by a decent amount. So we're going to wait for more details on that one as well. Astha, do you have any call on M&M Financial and what you expect overall from them?
So we are expecting positive set of a number because the way the NBFCs are posting strong set of numbers we have seen in the past also. So we are expecting the net NPAs and GNPAs to show some sort of a fall, and in fact we are expecting the margins to increase also. But now since I cannot have a deep look into the number, so again it will be very initial for me to comment on the results. But looking after prima facie, the results are not saying up to the mark. This is what I can take a feel from what you are reading right now into the numbers. But again, I need to really look into the detail.
Oh, absolutely. So I think, we will have to look at closer details on both of these, on IOC and M&M Financial as well. IOC now down almost 4.5%. M&M Financial also selling off. Like I said, that is down currently around 2%. But that's all that we have time for on the show today. Sacchitanand, Astha, thank you both so much for taking out the time and speaking to us about all of these individual queries. With that, we're going to wind down. Remember, you can always send us your queries as well, and we will get our experts to help you out with them. Stay tuned. Closing bell comes up after this very short break for the final hour of trade this week.